Welcome back to Indian Trace. I'll probably title this video Trade Goods because that's what we're looking at here, and I want to explain what has happened. I got a buddy in Michigan, and look at this group that I get to send him. Fantastic artifacts. They're actually from my display box, but right to the title, these are trade goods because he sent me. I told him, before, and that's from a trade before that we already showed. That's American silver. Old American silver. I love it. Don't go out and find it for myself. I'll trade any day for it. So I told him, hey, if you want some top quality display pieces, I'd be happy to send them to you. And we worked out a deal for some of my C3s. He said, I'll take some of those C3s. So I told him, hey, I just take 50% of those C3s and take them right off the top, the best ones. I mean, look at these. All great points. And I'll take half the pottery. Look at this pile of pottery. Look at my hand. It's a big pile of pottery. Trade goods. Ancient North American Indian trade goods is what you're looking at. Of course, this stuff, for those of you who are new at collecting whatever, to them, I'm convinced was expendable. It wasn't something they coveted, sat on, or whatever. They made it to use. And same with this. Expendable. But for us today, it speaks of a history. It speaks of a way to honor the North American Indian. And so those are going to him because of a different deal. I said, send this much money and I'll send half of my C3 in that box you guys have all seen before. So that's what you're looking at right there. Trade goods. And that's a good trade. But then he went ahead and sent me these. And he sent this point as well that you're looking at. But he sent a bunch of Mercury dimes, old American silver, I just love it. And of course, who doesn't love the big American silver, including the Benjamins. Great quality. And he sent me one before, which I did a video about, and they're all in there. I haven't even found put them away where I need to. He sent me some other great old silver, and I'll take that any day. I'm not going to get into metal detecting. I just don't have the extra time. But this big silver, which I'm not going to go out and buy and I'm not going to go and find, is a great trade for me because I find, as you've seen on Indian Trace, a lot of this. I have to rearrange and organize it all the time. In my display box, I try to maintain it at about 850 quality pieces for frames and what have you, maybe in the future. But he sent me, you can hear it, some big old American silver, which I absolutely love. And there's a lot of guys with it top quality and everything say, you shouldn't be handling it and everything, and you should wrap it up or whatever. Hey, listen, to me, it's got its own quality of antiquity. I love it. And so it makes a good trade for me as well as the Mercury dimes. And so along with the point he threw in that he found when he was young, I think he said he found it at his grandpa's. That's an incredible point. I don't even know how people share that kind of stuff. I mean, I look at it and I didn't find it, so I'm like, I don't know how anybody'd even give that away. Blows my mind. This is an incredible point to me. I love it. Appreciate that. He threw that in and I said, I'm going to have to make good on it. And I went directly into my display box for top quality stuff. I have to figure out how to reorganize it. I mean, I just moved in 12 points into that box. That's a great piece for me, backed up by the old American silver. It's so bright in here, I don't know if this is all coming out. I think it is. Has the quality silver sound. But that's always on the table for anybody who's interested and doesn't find a whole lot of artifacts. And for my buddy in Michigan, let's just do a little bit of a half and half and around the table. Check out these pieces. And I will label them. I'm just putting this video up. I don't know how long I'll keep it up, but I will label them as to which sites they came off of. Anything off of my display box like we're looking at here. I never forget exactly where it came from. Now these, I'm sure they're on plenty of videos, but I don't remember where they came from. There's just too much. That's 50% off the top, as well as this. Just good stuff. Now let's go around the clock and take a look at this. Fantastic Guilford. Good piece. Here's an early piece from Notchville. And that Guilford was from the Lookout. The Lookout. Here's a peach from Notchville. I'll be happy to label him for him. And then a rare Guilford Yuma in quartz from Saponi. Piece of smoky quartz from Smoke Alley. Here's a piece from Riverdale. It's a great quartzite type of looking material. Here's a piece recently from the Easement. Piece of quartz next to it. It's over there in a site that's actually right next to Stone Mountain. Here's a great little piece of quartz from the Archaic. Piece of quartz from the Garden. Piece of quartz from a site I hope to develop, which is right next to Saponi. Actually, a piece of rhyolite there. And a great rhyolite point altogether. This is a very unique point right here from the Archaic. And like I said on the card, I will have them all labeled for you, and appreciate it. It's a good trade goods. Here's a purple point. Wait till it's wet. It's absolutely purple from Notchville. And here's a great rhyolite point from the Jump Off. Guilford Yuma from the Archaic, and a Marl Mountain in rhyolite from the Garden. So, that's just the way it works. I mean, everybody in the community has been fantastic, just doing different kinds of things, creative things, putting up their smoking dozen, which is great. But I have to believe that you're going to be pleased with these. It's sort of a personal communicated video, but at the same time gives some people some ideas of, how you can roll out there. And of course, as you see all these huge piles, there is a price. He sent me a little bit of money so I can get these into the mail and box them up. And I just gave him some money. He said I need to get this box of C3 artifacts into the hands of a good home. And I'm just going to clear it out. I got to figure out a best way. And so we just agreed on a price and did it off. Now these are not for that price. These were a straight subjective trade that I decided upon for the trade goods he sent me, for the old American silver that he sent me, and for the big silver that he sent me, as well as some of the stuff in the past which he already received a straight trade for. So trade goods, and I absolutely love his point that he sent. So all in all, with all this great stuff, I hope you guys find out there. And if not, and if you want to acquire a little bit, just let me know. I got to keep things moving. I don't try to stockpile anything, and I hate the whole thought of hoarding any of it. I just don't like that. So I keep it moving, and I keep a lot of good stuff for myself. Don't ever worry about that. Let's just strike up a conversation if you're interested, and we'll make it happen. So, from Indian Trace to all of you out there, just wanted to show you a little bit of these trade goods and how we roll, at least some of us. And it's all good, So if I can get this all in the format, in the frame, good picture of trade goods. And I think he's going to be happy with the way that comes off. Appreciate you tuning in and hope you find